Hey everyone, welcome back to Pop Off English, the podcast where we make English fun and super easy for you. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with your friends who want to learn English too.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss any new English episodes. Today, we're going on a trip to the airport. Not a real airport, sadly, but we're going to the airport in English.
Today's topic is at the airport. We're going to help you with simple English words and expressions you can use when you travel. So imagine you are at the airport with us. You have your suitcase, your passport, and your bad haircut from your passport photo.
I think everyone has a bad passport photo. My passport photo looks like I haven't slept in 5 years.
Mine looks like I just saw a ghost. Anyway, let's start. First, let's talk about getting to the airport.
When you go to the airport, you can say, I'm going to the airport. Very simple. Repeat it in your head. I'm going to the airport. You can also say, I have a flight today. A flight is your trip on a plane.
For example, I have a flight to London today. Or, my flight is at 9 p.m. Be careful. We say flight, not plane for the schedule. So the flight is at 9 p.m., but you get on the plane.
Now, when you arrive at the airport, there are a lot of steps. Don't worry, we'll walk through them together. Step 1, check-in.
At the airport, you usually see big screens with flight information. You can say, where is the check-in desk? The check-in desk is the place where you give your passport and you drop off your big suitcase.
Here are some useful words. Check-in desk, boarding pass, passport, luggage or baggage, suitcase, carry-on bag. A carry-on bag is the small bag you take with you on the plane.
Let's make a little scene. Imagine I am at the airport for the first time and Leo is helping me. Leo, I'm so nervous. I don't know what to do at the airport.
Relax, Mia. It's easy. First, you go to the check-in desk. Do you have your passport?
Yes, I have my passport. And I have my big suitcase. It's very heavy.
So at the check-in desk, you say, hello, I'd like to check in, or I'd like to check in for my flight to New York. Then you give your passport and your ticket.
And then I get a boarding pass, right?
Exactly. The boarding pass is the paper or the file on your phone that shows your name, your flight number, your seat, and your gate.
Gate is very important. The gate is the place where you go to get on the plane.
Yes. So after you check in, you usually go to security.
Security is the part where you have to put your bag on a belt, take off your jacket, sometimes your shoes, and walk through a scanner.
You can say, where is security? Or, where is the security check? At security, there are some rules. For example, you cannot take big bottles of liquid.
So you can say, can I take this in my carry-on? That means, can I bring this in my small bag on the plane?
Let's act this out.
Leo, I have shampoo, perfume, and water in my bag. Is that okay?
Maybe not. At the airport, you can usually only take small bottles of liquid, maybe 100 milliliters, so you can't take a big bottle of water. But don't worry. You can buy water after security, or you can drink water from a fountain.
Okay, so after security, what do I do?
After security, you find your gate. You can look at the big screen and check the gate number. For example, gate B12 or gate A5.
And if I don't know, I can ask, excuse me, where is gate B12? Very easy.
Yes, excuse me, where is a very useful phrase in the airport. Or, excuse me, how do I get to gate B12?
So now I'm at the gate, and I wait. I wait, and wait, and wait.
Welcome to the airport experience. You wait a lot.
At the gate, you listen for announcements. An announcement is information you hear on the speakers.
For example, Flight 305 to Paris is now boarding. Now boarding means you can go on the plane now.
Or, Flight 305 to Paris is delayed. Delayed means your flight is late. It does not leave on time.
That's always fun. You're ready, you're excited, and then you hear, your flight is delayed. 3 hours.
At that moment, you suddenly become a professional in airport sleeping. You sleep on chairs, on your bag.
With your face on your suitcase.
So here are some important phrases you might hear or say at the airport. What time does the flight leave? Is the flight on time? My flight is delayed. My flight is canceled.
Canceled is worse than delayed. Canceled means your flight is not happening at all.
In that case, you can say, what should I do? Or, can I change my flight?
Now, let's go back to a good situation where your flight is on time.
Okay, good. I like this version better.
At the gate, someone will check your boarding pass and your passport. You can say, here you go, when you give them your documents.
And when you get on the plane, you can say hello to the flight attendant, the person who works on the plane.
You find your seat. Excuse me, I think this is my seat. What's your seat number? For example, my seat is 12A.
You put your carry-on bag in the overhead compartment. That's the box above your head.
Or you can say, can I put this under the seat? If your bag is small.
So let's make a mini story with all this.
Okay, you are Mia. You have a flight from Paris to New York. You're excited, but a little nervous.
That's accurate.
You arrive at the airport. It's big, it's busy. You see a lot of people and a lot of screens.
I look at the screen and I see my flight. Flight AF022 to New York. It says, check-in, desk 24. So I go to desk 24.
At the check-in desk, you say, hello, I'd like to check in for my flight to New York. You give your passport and your ticket. They give you your boarding pass. It says, Gate A10, boarding time, 1830, seat 21C.
I feel important now. I have a boarding pass.
Then you go to security. You ask, excuse me, where is the security check? Someone shows you. At security, you take off your jacket. You put your phone, your keys, and your laptop in a tray. You put your suitcase on the belt.
I walk through the scanner. Beep, beep, beep. Oh no.
You forgot your keys in your pocket.
Classic, but it's okay. I take them out and I try again. This time, it's okay.
You pass security. Congratulations. Now you look for gate A10, you check the screens, your flight is on time.
Amazing. I go to gate A10. I sit down and wait. I maybe buy a coffee or some snacks.
Then you hear an announcement. Flight AF022 to New York is now boarding. You go to the gate. You show your passport and your boarding pass. And you walk to the plane.
On the plane, I find my seat, 21C. I put my bag in the overhead compartment. I sit down. I'm ready for my trip.
And that's it. You did it. You survived the airport. In English.
Now let's talk about some extra useful phrases you might need at the airport.
For example, if you don't know where to go, you can say, excuse me, where is the check-in desk for Flight 305? Excuse me, where is the information desk? The information desk is the place where you can ask questions.
You can also say, excuse me, where can I get a taxi? Or, where is the train station? After your flight, when you arrive in a new city, you need transport to go to your hotel or house.
Good point. So let's talk about arriving at the airport in a new country. When you arrive, you usually go to immigration or passport control first.
At immigration, Someone checks your passport and maybe asks you some simple questions. For example, what is the purpose of your trip? You can answer, I'm here on vacation, or I'm here for business, or I'm visiting friends and family.
They might ask, how long are you staying? You can answer, I'm staying for 2 weeks, or I'm staying for 5 days.
After immigration, you go to baggage claim. Baggage claim is the place where you wait for your suitcase. You see a big belt, and your bags come around on it.
You can say, where is baggage claim? Or, where can I get my luggage? They mean the same.
Sometimes your luggage is fast, sometimes it's not fast at all.
Sometimes your luggage decides to take its own vacation in another country.
If your bag is lost, you can say, my suitcase is lost, or my bag did not arrive. Then you go to a special office called Lost and Found, or Baggage Services.
But let's hope your bag arrives. Then you take your suitcase and you go through customs.
Customs is where they check what you bring into the country. Sometimes you just walk through a green door that says nothing to declare.
Then you are in the arrivals area. This is where people wait for you, with signs or with flowers or with just a very tired face.
Hi, you're finally here. That face.
From there, you can say, where can I find a taxi? Where is the bus stop? Is there a train to the city center? City center means downtown.
So today, we learned many useful airport words. Let's review them quickly.
Airport, flight, plane, check-in desk, boarding pass, passport, luggage or baggage, suitcase, carry-on bag, gate, security, boarding, delayed, canceled, arrival, departure.
Departures are flights leaving the airport. Arrivals are flights coming to the airport.
We also saw baggage claim, immigration, customs, information desk, overhead compartment, seat, aisle seat, window seat.
Oh yes, that's important. Aisle seat is the seat next to the corridor. Window seat is the seat next to the window.
Which one do you prefer, Mia? Aisle or window?
Window. I like to look outside. And I like to control the window shade. I have power.
I prefer aisle. I like to stand up a lot, and I don't want to ask 2 people to move every time I go to the bathroom.
Fair. So you can say, can I have a window seat, please? Or can I have an aisle seat, please, when you check in?
So let's create 3 useful mini dialogues that you can remember and use at the airport.
Dialogue 1. Asking for your gate. Excuse me, where is gate B7?
Gate B7 is this way. Go straight and then turn left.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Dialogue 2. Asking about your flight. Excuse me, is flight 210 to London on time?
Let me check. Yes, your flight is on time.
Great, thank you.
My pleasure.
Dialogue 3. Problem with luggage. Excuse me, my suitcase is lost. It did not arrive.
I'm sorry. Can I have your name and your flight number?
Yes, my name is Mia Brown, and my flight number is AF022.
Thank you. We will try to find your bag.
These simple conversations can really help you when you travel.
Remember, you don't need perfect grammar to communicate. At the airport, simple English is okay. People understand you.
For example, you can say, my flight, gate, where? It's not perfect, but people will still try to help you.
But we want to help you sound a little better, a little more natural. So use phrases like, excuse me, where is? Excuse me, how do I get to? Is my flight on time? Where is baggage claim?
Also, don't be afraid to say, I don't understand. Can you repeat that, please? It's very useful.
So now, Imagine your next trip. You arrive at the airport, you check in, you go through security, you find your gate, you get on the plane, you arrive in a new country, and you can do all of that in English.
You are basically an international traveler now.
With a bad passport photo, but a great English level.
We hope this episode helps you feel more confident at the airport in English. If you want more practice, you can listen again and try to imagine the scenes in your head.
And don't forget to subscribe to Pop Off English, like this video, and share it with a friend who wants to travel and speak English.
Tell us in the comments, have you ever had a problem at the airport? Was your flight delayed, canceled, or did your suitcase get lost? We want to hear your stories.
Thanks for listening to Pop Off English. See you in the next episode, and have a great flight in English.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.